The UK Brexit Minister has proposed a new legal text to replace the Northern Irish Protocol, the cross-border trade deal the UK signed with Brussels just over a year ago. In a major speech in Portugal, David Frost threatened again to use Article 16, a clause that lets either side suspend the agreement, but only in exceptional circumstances. The EU has already ruled out renegotiating the treaty between London and Brussels. Frost says it's the government's responsibility to safeguard peace in Northern Ireland.
Of course, the EU can insist on this, can insist on no change. But if it does, must remember that it is this government, the UK government, that governs Northern Ireland, as it does the rest of the UK. Northern Ireland is not EU territory. It is our responsibility to safeguard peace and prosperity in Northern Ireland. And that may include using Article 16 if necessary. We would not go down this road gratuitously or with any particular pleasure. But it is our fundamental responsibility to safeguard peace and prosperity in Northern Ireland, and that is why we cannot rest until this situation has been addressed.
Let's cross over to Brussels now to speak to Shona Murray, our correspondent there. Shona, good to have you with us. Brexit Minister David Frost reiterating his threat to trigger Article 16 if no compromise is found on the protocol. Did he lay out any areas where the UK might be willing to compromise?
No, we didn't get much detail from him other than he was going to basically create a new protocol where there's no oversight by the European Court of Justice. Now, that is hugely problematic for the European Union because, as we know, Northern Ireland is still in the EU's single market for goods, while being a fully fledged member of the United Kingdom and having access to the UK's internal market. And that obviously is an opportunity for Northern Ireland businesses, but it can't be in the single market if it doesn't have oversight of the European Court of Justice, because the European Court of Justice is the arbiter of any EU law. So that would be problematic. And if Northern Ireland were taken out of the single market, it would, of course, as we heard from Maros Sefcovic, the EU's Brexit negotiator, would deprive Northern Ireland business of great opportunities and access to goods and trade as it has at the moment.
Brussels set to outline its proposals tomorrow. Has Frost's speech given any hope that some of these ongoing issues can be resolved?
No, I think actually the opposite, Paul. I think David Frost's speech was very controversial in some of the things that he said. For example, he said that the EU had tried to use Northern Ireland in a bid to reverse the Brexit referendum, that the UK signed up to the protocol essentially because it was in a moment of weakness, even though, as we know, the UK negotiated the protocol and then Boris Johnson had an election, a general election, and won a general election based on his so-called oven-ready Brexit deal. So he sold it to the British electorate. But we heard from David Frost there saying they signed up to it knowing it was, quote, risky, and that they've decided that it was indeed risky and that they were right. So actually, I think this speech today is an illustration of how far apart the both sides are. The UK is demanding a whole new protocol, otherwise it will trigger Article 16. We know the EU's proposals don't go to a new protocol. They are about practical measures that allow the protocol work for Northern Ireland and the EU. So I think we've got a very big confrontation ahead.